Men are usually swayed by good looks when they see a woman, and they decide if they are attracted towards her or not, within the first few minutes of the initial meetings. Although this can change later on, men initially feel infatuated, then may think that she isn't worth it, or may get distracted by someone else. A lot of how your relationship will be with a woman depends on how you treat her in the early days, when you both initially started talking. It is not difficult to make a girl fall for you, however most guys can make this complicated. Men who never chase are the ones who ultimately get the girl. Also, women like it when men don't chase them and are not easy to get. With that said, here are 9 great ways to make any woman chase you. Number 1. Know how to stand out from the rest, in order to get noticed. Some guys are so shy and casual, that they'll never get a woman's attention. If you want to make sure a woman notices you, then be more eye-catching than usual, but in an effective way. Women love men who are fearless and do what other guys don't. If you're not yet comfortable with this, then exercise this strategy whenever possible, until it's ingrained in your personality. This is one of those odd ways to make a woman chase you, and it all comes down to confidence. When a guy is confident, he doesn't have to be as daring as other guys, since his sheer presence is enough for most women. Of course, if he isn't very confident, then this is where being daring can really come in handy. Number 2. Keep her guessing. One thing that seems to work well for people is keeping things exciting, so she never knows what's coming next. It isn't necessarily a good idea to be completely unpredictable though, because women are naturally more cautious about being with someone who's seemingly unstable or dangerous. If you want her to start chasing you, then it shouldn't take too long before she begins wondering why you aren't doing this yourself. By the time she starts trying to figure out your intentions, she'll have already invested some time into getting closer with you. So try not to mess up whatever chances you might still have, by making things way too confusing. You should only consider keeping her guessing if everything else has been going right, and now it's finally time for one of you to start trying to get things moving in the right direction. If nothing else has worked, then it might be worth giving this a shot, because there's definitely no harm in trying new things out. Number 3. Have an air of mystery about yourself. Most people don't realize this, but asking too many questions early on can make it seem like you aren't all that interested in her as a person. People often mistake curiosity for interest, so try to avoid asking getting-to-know questions unless they are absolutely necessary. On the other hand, giving away too much information can also ruin your chances with women. Just like with questions, if it seems like she doesn't need to pursue you, then she probably won't. It's a fine line to walk, but you don't have to give her every single detail either. Number 4. Don't give her everything up front. You don't have to show her all of your cards right away, and there's no need to tell her every secret or story that you can think of either. You should still hold back some information until the time is right, since it'll make her more interested in getting closer to you. Again, if you feel like you don't need to hold back anything, then you can probably get away with feeling like you can tell her everything. Although for most guys, not giving a woman everything up front just seems natural. Number 5. Make yourself harder to get. Another weird way to make her chase you is by making yourself less available to her. Make yourself seem like the kind of guy everyone wants, by showing them what you have to offer first. She'll feel more intrigued about you if she knows some other people are interested in you as well. It's a good idea not to spend your time chasing her, or waiting around for her to call you up. Women aren't all that attracted to guys who are desperate by any means, and they are also more likely to be turned off by someone, when they know they have other options available as well. She'll feel more secure about the relationship if she knows you have loyal friends and a social life of your own. If she can tell you don't really need her in order to survive, then there won't seem like much risk involved with being vulnerable around you. Number 6. Never stop doing your own thing. Another great way to get someone to chase you is by not being willing to change anything about yourself. You don't have to completely change who you are for someone else though, because that will show her how desperate and willing you are to please them rather than yourself. This is only something that should be considered if you feel like she's getting more interested in the things she likes about you, rather than who you actually are on the inside. If some details get changed around along the way, then just forget about this tip, otherwise it won't work out too well. People are always attracted to others who are happy with where they are at in life, and what they do on their own. If someone makes compromises or sacrifices just to keep another person around, then that new relationship won't tend to last very long anyway. At this point in your life, if someone showed some kind of interest in getting closer to you, then they are pretty much already chasing you. If she really likes you, she would do whatever it takes to make things work between the two of you. You shouldn't make her feel like she has to chase you all the time, when she already wants to be around you anyway. Number 7. Be around but unavailable. This is another perfect way to make a woman chase you that works, by making her curious about what it is you're actually doing. If you want to be playful and maybe even a little mysterious, then this is definitely something you should try out. No one likes someone who's always around, no matter how much they like them at first. You can't be the man of her dreams, if she has no reason to think about you while you're gone. It will drive her crazy wondering what other women are doing right now, but hopefully your charisma will keep her liking you for a while anyway. Just remember that too much teasing can go wrong easily, so don't implement this tip unless you're actually good at it. Most guys just end up pushing girls away when they finally try something new, or they start chasing them down in an attempt to get the girl back. You should still be around enough to let them know that you're interested, but just don't be too available all of the time, otherwise she'll get bored with you. Keep some things about yourself hidden for now, and then show her what a great guy you are, by making her want to spend more time with you. Number 8. Use subtle touches to show interest. One of the key elements of being successful with women is touching sooner rather than later. It's even better if you can time your touches, so they are very appropriate in the moment, but still unexpected enough to get her attention. The more comfortable she gets with you right off the bat, the more likely she will be attracted to you. Some women will encourage this kind of affection from the start, while others will need to take time getting used to it first. If a woman isn't ready for touching yet, then it's probably best for you to ease your way into it gently. If she doesn't mind your touch, there isn't much else standing in your way. This is another great way to make a woman chase you. That comes back to confidence again. If someone has some level of comfortability around you, then they are likely more interested in prolonging that feeling, by spending more time with you. It's a very fine line to walk when it comes to touching, so just use your best judgment when it seems right to do so. Number 9. Put her in the friend zone. Some guys think that they are the only ones that have to suffer in the depths of the friend zone. However, this is so not the case. Because just like the friend zone drives guys to become a little bit needy, it also does the same thing to women. But here's a question for you. If you actually found yourself in a position to friend zone a woman, would you take advantage of it? If you're like most guys, you wouldn't take the risk of losing a woman who's into you. But if being chased is really what you want, you're going to figure out a way to make a girl wonder if you're more than just a friend.